Hey guys, I hope you're all doing real well today. This is going to be part 5 of the ICM IT-28 Soviet bridge layer, 1/35 scale. It's a mouthful. In this video, we're going to work on step 3, I had to look, and put the bridge together. Okay, so let's go down to the bench and let's see what we can get done today, okay? Be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay. Here's where we're at. What we've got done so far. The top is not glued on. It's just sitting there. I just using it to test fit. I think the joints and everything look really good. Let's go ahead and go look at the instructions for step 3, okay? Okay, in step 3, we need to start building the bridge. What this whole vehicle was meant for. So, this required lots and lots of cleanup. Actually, the cleanup's not finished yet. Some of it'll be better to do when it's together. Every place there's a rod, there's 10 of these. Okay, it doesn't say times 10. But yeah, there's 10 of these, and every one of these had about 20 holes through them. So I had to go through and drill a couple of hundred holes because they were all too small. And then all of these across the middle are the same, and then there's a D5 and a D4 that are different on each end. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and go back over here. Okay, this is step 2. Okay, I'm probably dumping parts in there. Yep. Well, I don't want step 2. I want step 3. Sorry, guys. Hang on. That's more like it. Okay, sorry about that. There's step 3. Okay. Set that aside. These are little wooden planks that are supposed to go across. They're all sanded and everything, but this slot is too narrow. Okay, they're supposed to sit across these little pins that stick up here, and they don't. So once I get all of them in place, then I'll go through and I'll sand them all to get them to fit well. There goes Jordan. Hi, Jordan. He's going to see what my wife's doing. Anyway, so these will have to have some more work done. But I figured it was easier to sand them with them all glued together to get them all the same. Here's all of our broken pieces I could find. The ends of some of these. Let me find one here. The ends of some, they're supposed to look like this, and I have a number of them that look like this. Okay, so I think these are most of the pieces. So once I get things put together, there's actually a part that goes through here, and once I get these all together, then I'll go through and I'll see if I can match up the right end to the right broken one and put them together. If I have to make a few, it's not that big a deal. Just a little sliver of plastic. Okay, here's, let's see, these are the pieces that go across. And they'll set in these little notches here. So these will set kind of like this. Okay. And these are slightly different end pieces. They'll go right to the ends. So I've got 4 of those, and I've got 4 of these, so that's okay. These are the pins for the lower part of the bridge, so these will go in these holes here all the way down. And then these are the parts that go across. Took a long time to get this stuff all cleaned up. There's one more there. Okay, and there's two different. There's two with the hooks, and there's two with a flat. Now this flat part, I'm not sure the exact orientation, if it should go facing straight down or at an angle. I'll probably put them in there loose and then do a little, you know, detective work to figure out just where that, how that goes. But here's the two flat ones, and here's the two with the hook. So here's the rest of them here, and they'll go through the upper holes. There again, I had to drill all of these out to get them to fit right. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. So I've already test fitted a lot of this. It should go together pretty easy. I want to do as much as I can dry and get it all level, and then set it on something flat to glue it to where it's not twisted this way or anything like that. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. To start off with, we need to get 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. And every one of these had, on one side they had ejector pin marks. Like right here on every one of these. Here, here, here. All the way down. Sand all that stuff off. I know a lot of it's not going to be seen. A lot of this has got sanding dust on it that I still need to clean up. But here's 5 of them, and then I've got 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for later. And it doesn't really matter which one you use where, as far as I can tell. They're all the same. So let's start off with this. Like I say, I want to dry fit as much of this as I can, just so I can, let's see, let's do one like that. Then get these all about like that. Hang on a second, I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's go ahead and put a couple of these small pins through just to kind of keep everything aligned too. The spacing on these is something I'm just going to have to kind of eyeball. Get rid of those glasses again. Once you get a couple of the pins in, it should be fairly easy to line the rest of it up. I definitely need to go through and wash this stuff off with alcohol once I'm all finished, because there is a lot of sanding dust. Okay, that goes through there. There we go. Just a matter of, some of the holes have got just a little bit of sanding dust in them, so they're kind of tricky to, but I've cleaned every last one of them out, and I don't recall the drill bit sizes I used. I might even have to drill some of them out bigger. We'll just have to see. Let me go in from the other side. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the last couple on here. Okay, that's the main part there. A couple pins through it. Got a lot of hair. To space those out once I get a few more on there. Anyway, let's go on through here. Fit easy enough. Try and keep you on camera. And let's see, one more, and then those two special ones. Got a lot of sanding dust on these still. I know I've cleaned them several times. And then it'll be this one with the flat side, which I don't know the orientation yet. And it'll be one of these with the hooks, which I'm really not sure of the orientation. Okay, there we go. I'll have to space all these out real nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. It's a little looser. It's not a bad design. Lots of pieces, and they all seem to fit really well. Once I cleared the holes and took care of the ejector pin marks. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. Okay. And then we've got all these little pins. I'll probably put the rest of these little pins through off camera because there's still a lot of them to do. Okay, that's a good start there. Just space things out a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Then we can go this way. Let's see, are we started? get the first one in. The rest should be easy, because that'll take care of the spacing. Come on. That one doesn't want to go through. There it goes. Kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Well, it started. One's a bit tight. There it goes. Maybe I didn't drill that one out enough. There it goes. A little flashing or something on there. Okay, see, these still need to be spaced out a little bit. There's another one. It's getting there. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I could have maybe put just a little bit of a bevel on the ends of those pins. Might have made them go on just a little bit easier. We're about there now. more. Okay. Before I do any painting, I'll definitely have to clean this again. Okay, one more time. It's not too difficult. Those pins just are long enough. I got to turn this around. Sorry, I can't see. Get that pin just a little bit over. Hang on. There we go. Just the right length. Okay. That wasn't too bad. There's our basic structure. Now there's pins that these parts here are supposed to sit on, but they don't really sit down because the pins are too wide or the groove is too narrow, whichever. So once I get this all glued together, I'll come back through and I'll just sand the sides of the pins a little bit to where these will drop on, but they won't sit on there right now. Anyway, these will go here. This will help with the spacing because they've got grooves in them. But I still got to put these pins in. So let me get these pins in off camera, and I'll come back and I'll show you the result. Okay? Be right back. Okay, here we go. I've got all these pins. You can see there's a lot of dust in there still. I've got to get this cleaned up before I do anything much with it. But I've got all these pins in and all these that go across. Nothing's glued yet. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put these parts that go on the end here to space them. And then I'll space this out and I'll put some glue on each one of these. And to keep everything nice and flat, I know for sure my table is not flat. So I was going to try and use this. Yeah, it just sits on there just really nice. Just to make sure, because I know this has got a little bit of a twist in it, and I don't want to end up gluing it together with a twist in it. So we'll set that on there. Fact is, it's got a little twist to it now. Let's see if we can do something with that. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, let's see what we can do with these. These will go right here. It looks like I might need to do a little work to get them to fit. Let's see. They go up in there a little ways. It's just a matter of getting them in the right spot. They go up in there quite a ways. Whoops. Okay, sorry, don't mean to get off the camera. I'm just trying to make absolutely sure that they're in the right spot. Okay, there's one. It's actually turned just a little bit. Let's see if we can. More like that. Okay. Get it all the way down. There, that looks pretty good. Still not quite all the way in. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Get it in there. I've got a couple of broken ones there that I'll have to go through my collection of broken parts and see if I can't get everything replaced. It's a little tight. Some of these pins are probably a little bit distorted. Okay, I'll get a little glue started in there and then adjust from there. Really a clear picture of how this all goes together yet. Okay, that should, whoop, and see that one slipped. No, that one's when I was gluing. This is the one I hadn't done yet. Here I am gluing the same one again. See how it wants to jump out? Well, we can fix that. We'll get some glue in there. Give it a second. That kind of lines everything up. Sorry, just trying to get everything where it goes. That one's not quite. There's little grooves, and I'm trying to make sure they all line up with the grooves correctly. Still not quite where I want it. Kind of wants to jump out of there, but that looks pretty good. Okay, let's get on to the other end. Okay, hang on a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go ahead and get this in the other end. They are
a little snug. To do the same thing, I guess. Put some glue in the places where we need it and then set it in there and try and hold it. I like these old kits. Kind of a challenge. Oops. Got a noisy neighbor. There he goes. There's the furnace. I was counting. I've got 5 broken ends and then I've got 5 pieces, so hopefully I've got everything. I'll go through off camera and see if I can't figure out what's what. Whoops. Well, get that to sit in there and stay in there. I should be using the other end. There we go. I think that's got it all where it needs to be. And we'll get this one. Same thing, it's going to want to jump out. I've got a fair number of older kits in my stash. I really want to get them out and get them built. Stuff I bought years and years ago when I was really in the hobby before, and then put them away when I had too many other things going on. We'll get to them. About sits in there. That one's out. Trying to get everything spaced right is tricky. Okay, that looks pretty good. this one here. The whole thing is a little tight. That looks better. Okay guys, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let these all set up real good, and then I'm going to come back through and just space these out as even as I can, and I'll glue the rest in. So I'll be back in a little while, okay? Thanks. These are fairly dry now. This sits really nice on this metal plate. It doesn't wobble at all, so I think it's pretty straight. I went ahead and I glued the ends of all these long pins except the last two, both ends, and I glued the inside of all the long pins except the last two. And I also went down and went across the top to every joint, and I put a little bit of glue in each one of those. So I'm going to leave this to set, and then later I'll mess with the spacing of these a little more, because there's no real spacing. I'll probably measure on the end and figure out what the spacing is supposed to be, and then I'll try to just make them the same all the way down. But that's basically our bridge, guys. I'm still haven't quite worked out how all this is going together yet, but when this is all in place, this will be setting up here on top of this somehow. But we'll sort it all out. It's a lot bigger than the tank, isn't it? And there's some arms and whatnot. I've got there's hatches for all this, and there's a set up here with arms and winches and stuff that'll go on the front, so, or on the top up here. So that gives us an idea. An idea of kind of what we're working on. But I'm going to let this set really well and make sure it's nice and flat, and then I'll worry about those pins a little bit later off camera. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll put a picture or two up at the end. We'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.